Thanks so much for attending our Build Your Business Social Media Advertising and Marketing webinar tonight. We're so excited to have everyone here. Thank you for being part of this. We really think it's important to offer some time once a month to talk about social media. It's so daunting, but yet so important in this day and age for a small business, any business really. But we really target the small business when it's just you. You're doing it. You're the one who is going to be doing all the posts and figuring out the analytics and figure out, how the algorithm works to meet customers and nurture your clients. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Our goals for today is the following. If my screen will, okay, there we go. We want to talk about, first of all, what is your goal? Because that determines your time and then also your focus on social media. I think the most important thing is you get started and you can build from there. So where I'm at in social media is probably not where you're at, but you'll get there at a point, but you have to start somewhere. So we really want you to start where you're at. And that's really important to set some goals for yourself and just know that everyone's goal in social media is different. I think for the small business was just you're really trying to, not get thousands of followers. You're just trying to get the right followers and the presence out there so people know your branding and your name. We're going to make sure your pages are set up right. Your bio is super important because that's the first thing people see after they see when you're posting your content. So we've got to make sure your bio is set up correctly. Using Meta Business Suite for your planner is a must. It can be really daunting and confusing, but you've got to be using it to save yourself time. Analytics, you've got to be looking at your analytics because that tells you what everyone wants you to create and put out. And that's really like key for social media because that's going to save you time because you're going to put your time and effort on what people want. Social media features, we'll talk about that. Facebook's, it's where it's at, and Facebook is the groups and the live links. And then for Instagram, it's really stories, collaborative posts, and reels that are going to get you out there the most. So each of the platforms have a different way to really build, besides posting, of course, that's implied that you need to post consistently on both mediums. And then we'll talk about ads and boosting posts if you're into that. And it can kind of be a little daunting the first time that you do it, but it's really, for $20, you can get a good ad out there and really expand your reach, and it can really help depending on what your content is. So, all right. So real quick, we have some upcoming events. We have our networking event next Monday. These are once a month at the last Monday. This is a great time to connect and just share ideas and talk about it. We kind of try to pick a big topic that we all jump in, but then we celebrate successes, we problem solve. And again, it's just a time to ask questions to one another and be like, hey, how are you handling this? Businesses, you're growing your business, but it's going to grow more when you connect with other people and get more ideas into your business flowing. So that's what the free networking event is about. And you can find all events on our Facebook page under events. And then we have some live educational fairs coming up too that we loved everyone to be a part of, either attending or being a vendor at it. Okay, so let's just jump into what is your goal? So no one here is going to be a content creator where you get probably paid content and you're making a living off of Instagram or Facebook. So let's be realistic. Your goal is to increase your reach because you want to sell more of your product or service, and then also brand awareness. So what do they say? It takes 8 times or so someone buys your product. So a lot of times you're just working on getting those 8 views out there, that 8th time when someone finally says, hey, yeah, I want to go ahead and connect with you and use your services. And I know that sounds exhausting, but that's just psychology, and all the research says that. And that is just, if you think about yourself too, you don't ever go and just buy the product the first time you see it, right? Excuse me. It takes you a while before you capitalize on what they're offering. So that's just human behavior. So brand awareness is essential on social media and can really, really build that brand awareness. You also want to nurture your current followers. So they're following you for a reason, right? They didn't just follow you because your posts look pretty. They followed you because you're offering something that they want. They see value in your company and they see value in the content that you're sharing. So you also want to nurture them. So again, getting new followers and then nurturing your current followers, because as you know, your biggest consumer is the one that comes back. So kind of think of your followers as those who keep coming back for your services and products. They're the ones that really love you the most, really enjoy your service the most, and they're going to keep coming back and buying your product and your service. So you need to be doing posts to nurture them. So that way, when it comes time that you have something that they need, that you're offering, something you're offering, they're ready to jump on the bandwagon and purchase it, or, whatever action step you're asking for them, whether it's survey or whatever. So, and then I'm really big on this. I'm running 2 companies. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. And I like to have some free time as well. And as a small business owner, you can't be on social media 24/7. You can't be on it all day long. So how do you maximize your time and effort on social media? Meaning, how do you be efficient and not enter that rabbit hole where you're on it all day doing posts and doing content and stuff? So I really think that's important. Probably the biggest one right there is get your plan social media time into your schedule. And I'm going to give you a 1-hour solution on how you can maximize your time and what that would look like later on in the webinar. So, all right. So again, take a moment and really think about, what is your goal? Okay. What's your goal in social media? What is it that you're wanting to achieve? Why are you taking the time and saying it's important for us to post, for us to get out there? So what is your goal? So that's the first thing that you really need to ponder and think, because that's your why you're spending this time on social media and doing all the content. Okay. So I did want to bring it up that we have a whole bunch of other social media webinars that we've done before. I just did one last month on creating reels. We have this one here on social media Canva basics, and then this one on Instagram basics. So if you don't have your Instagram set up, this is going to be a really good spot. And I'm going to grab this link real quick and put it in the comments for you. Let me real quick do that. I'll take just a second. And then that way you have this. And if you can put, please, your email address in here, I can connect it with you afterwards and send you other links as well. And then that way too, if you have any other follow-up questions, you can definitely ask me those questions, because I have a lot of knowledge in social media and not a lot of people talk about it. So I love when I can share it with people and whatnot. So, all right, so we're going to jump in here. So again, definitely check out our social media other webinars that we have, because it all goes together. Posting, creating reels, all of that goes together. I'm really trying to just focus today, because there's always so much with social media. I'm really just trying to focus on marketing and advertising, like just the basics. So the first thing that we want to make sure is that your pages are set up correctly. So I have another business. This is my why for why I'm part of ESAConnection, is because there's such a need to connect other people and help learners in different capacity. And so this is my Business Educational Services Alliance. So I'm going to kind of go off of this page and show you kind of how I have it set up, because again, I'm a very small business. I'm not on it as a content creator. I'm not going to be posting every day. I'm really just having a presence for that brand awareness, and then to nurture my followers and get people to support my business that really believe in my philosophy and what I'm offering for services. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure that your page is a business page. So you can simply go to settings here. And you want to make sure that your business page is a business. So the other thing here too is in your username. Is your user, do you have a username? I see this all the time. I see so many businesses on Facebook, they'll say facebook.com and then numbers. It just took a second to do. So you just go edit and you're just going to put your username in there. So make sure it's your business name, please. Yeah. So that's one of my little secret missions for social media, to help all these small businesses know that you can actually be branding better with Facebook by putting your name. And then it makes it easier for you to be found when they search you, because your business name is right there. And so again, it's so much easier when someone's trying to find you, because they can search for Facebook and the name will come up. So please make sure that and so again, what I'm talking about is when I'm on my Facebook page, if you look up here in the URL, you'll see facebook.com and then my business name, Smart Cactus Tutoring. That's what I want to make sure that you have as well. So again, you go to settings and privacy, go to settings, and then it's just right in the username, make sure, and you edit it, and then you can change that afterwards. It will automatically default to numbers. So that's the little thing that does make a big difference because it's going to pull you up in searches. It's going to pull you with marketing and advertising. You're playing the algorithm game on Facebook. Okay. So this is going to help you with the algorithm game. So Facebook on the phone and Facebook on the computer are two different things. So I'm trying to remember where I see where it says business. I think I have to be in the business suite for this. But anyways, you're going to check your settings to make sure that it does say that you are a business, and make sure you're not a personal page. And same with Instagram. You need to make sure that it says that you're a business and not a make sure that you have it set up for a business. So you just go to settings and you just got to kind of go in there and play. And Instagram's a lot easier to see that it says a business, not personal. It's easier to switch. Oh, here we go, Facebook information. So again, you want to make sure that you are indeed a business page because that does put things out there differently. So, okay. So the other thing I wanted to make sure, because again, I know this sounds silly to think about this, but it does relate, is you want to make sure your bio has everything applicable in it. So, so I don't have my Instagram handle in here, so I need to add that in here. But you want to make sure that you have what kind of page it is. Again, because the algorithms constantly want to know where and who to push your page out to. So the bio really needs to be good and needs to be complete. And then your location and contact information, email. I can't tell you how many people's page I go to and they do for a business and they don't have email, they don't have address. It can be so, or they don't even have their website on it. So it can be really daunting if you don't have anything. And I have hours on there. So just make sure you can complete this as much as you possibly can. So I don't know why it's not letting me add my social media page, my Instagram. I'll have to go back and add that later. But anyways, just make sure that you have as much as you can filled out here. Set the audience to public. Public, it should be done. So anyways, make sure your bio is complete, and then let's go look at Instagram real quick. And then this is my ESAConnection one. And again, you want to make sure up here you have you have your business name, you're the type of business again. And then you are allowed on here to kind of say a summary. And then you can have up to 5 links. So you can see I'm constantly changing these links. But you want to make sure you access that and use that. So one of these should be your Facebook page. You should have a link to your Facebook page. So that way those in Instagram can link back to your Facebook page. Because again, Facebook and Instagram really are used for different things. Facebook is great for any event that you're doing. It's a really good tool for events. But Instagram doesn't have that feature. So, but the cool thing is you can share the live link to your stories on Instagram and it will link back, but that's the only way, unless you have a link here. That's the only way you can link to events from Facebook. So again, just to reiterate, make sure that your bio is connect and make sure the little phrase is very concise and people can easily know like what your business is about. And also keywords about your business should be in there because again, they're constantly trying to like pull things out of your account to connect it to the right people. The algorithm is constantly trying to work for you. So you need to help them by making it easier to do their job. So again, here in my bio for Smart Cactus, for my tuning job, again, I have my intro and I have some words up there so people know exactly what I'm about and what they can do on there. So let's see here. Another tip is you're going to grow your business the most by connecting with your friends. So you want to make sure when you have posts, especially when you're new, that you're sharing these to you have to be in your personal page. So make sure in your personal page, you are sharing your business posts to your personal page because your friends know you. They know what you do. They know your services are quality. They're going to be your biggest cheerleaders, and they're going to connect you the most. So don't forget to go back to your personal Facebook page and share to the page about some of your posts every now and then. So share to feed, and then I have my account on personal, so I have to make sure I share, switch it. It's on private. My Facebook page, my personal Facebook page is on private, so you can share it so it's on public, so, because your business accounts are on public. So I just have to switch it now. Anyone can see it for public. So again, don't forget to share content from your business pages to your personal Facebook account, because again, those are your biggest supporters for your business, is your friends and family. Often I'll go on there and say, I know you guys have said you like to support me. The biggest way you can support me is when you see my post, like, share, or comment. And a GIF and emoji is comment. So my mother-in-law, you will see a lot of my posts have emojis from her. That's all I need, because giving a like and a share or a comment boosts it up in algorithm a lot. It's like, think of the algorithm as a point, right? It's giving it bonus points to get it out there more. So that's a big way that your circle of friends, your network, your personal network can help support you, is by giving likes and comments. So don't be afraid to post and ask that. And they want to help you. They want to support you in business and endeavors. We just have to learn to ask. And then also, just the other reason you should be sharing your business page to your personal page, it's just educating what's going on. This is what my business is doing. This is what we have. Again, they want to support you. They want to help you. So doing that education piece is awesome, because now they have something to talk to you, kind of let them in their world and your work world, and they kind of know what's going on. So don't forget to do that. That's such a crucial point that I think a lot of people forget. Once they do their Facebook business page, they kind of are like, keep it separate. And it's like, well, there needs to be some sharing between the two pages. But 100%, you should have a business Facebook page. And when you're posting and sharing in groups about your business, it should not be from your personal page. It should be from your business page. The number one reason is to stop sharing from your personal page when it's about business is because you got to think about Facebook. It has its own search engine optimization that has within the system. It's called the algorithm, right? We refer to it as an algorithm. Every time somebody likes your business stuff on your content on your business page, comments or whatever, it's like giving it points and pushing it up there more. That's not going to happen if you're sharing the post from your personal page. You don't get the same points and the same information. So you've got to really make sure when you're doing business stuff, you're sharing with your business page. That's the number one thing. Okay, so I really enjoy, there's a lot of good content. Social media support is huge on Instagram. They even have a page, Instagram even has a page where they help give advice, right, on social media and how to do it. And one lady that I follow that I feel like breaks it down the best is I am Michelle Gifford. Again, there's tons, hundreds out there. This is one that I found, and I feel like she breaks it down really, really well. I really recommend to following someone. Instagram is so much easier to find content, so I recommend doing content on Instagram because you'll find that content easier. But I really like her because she really breaks it down. She really knows how to use it. She's constantly doing like social media kind of trial and errors to kind of find out what works best, and kind of when the algorithm changes, she'll kind of shift with it. And then some of the social media creators too are like have direct lines with Instagram because they're doing so well and growing their business. She's one that has that too. So you want to make sure whoever you follow with is actually connected to Instagram, because then they're kind of getting the newest and latest information. And it also shows that they're doing something right if Instagram like has them on the radar. Okay, so she has this 1 hour model, and I really prescribe to this. Her model that she has here. Let's see here. So I've utilized this. So you got to schedule time for social media in your daily schedule. Now, if you don't need a big presence, schedule about 1 to 2 hours a week. Like let's say on Monday, and you're going to do all your posts, schedule them, and they'll just in the Meta Business Suite, and then they'll go out, right? Boom, done. And then you just need to go and do some engagement each day, but at least your posts are done for the week. I like what she says, because even though this is Instagram, this is exactly applied to Facebook as well. And Facebook now, they're starting to push out Reels in the algorithm more. So I know Reels is really kind of Instagram thing, but Facebook is shifting to it, and they're giving more. They even have a section on your page that's just for Reels now. So they're starting to really push it out. Here, I'll show you what I mean by that. So on the phone, again, phone and Instagram look different. One of these tabs is just for Reels. So they're giving a lot more. So for some reason, my reel section on my Facebook is gone on my computer, but it's weird. It's like just missing, but they're giving more points and encouraging more people to post reels on Facebook now. So, anyways, so it's about realistic. It takes about a half hour to do a good reel by the time you film it, edit it, whatever. Again, definitely go to our previous webinars about how to create easy reels, and we talk about how to just take a Canva graphic and put animation to it, or take a picture and add some trending audio to it. Okay, these are the things that you need to be doing besides posting, and this is so crucial and so important, and this is where that marketing advertising comes in, because it's that relationship. So this is where you need to take time, and you should be following some of the people that are following you, your followers, because again, that's your clientele. And so they're posting your feed, your business feed should be your followers' post. So you should be going to their posts and engaging with them and commenting on their posts and, talking about whatever. Hopefully they're posting some content that's related to your business. And then, so for education, you're going to find other people that are in education, like teachers, whatever that might be. So for consulting, it'll be other consulting businesses, or again, businesses, small businesses that would need your services. So you're going to go comment in their post. Oh, okay, like there's music companies that are like, happy birthday, so-and-so. So I always am like, happy birthday. I'm commenting, saying goodbyes, putting goodbyes out there, saying hello, whatever. Or, they'll post about a student success. I'll be like, congratulations, this is so amazing. I follow like a lot of fitness, educational fitness groups. And so it's so exciting to see what their athletes accomplish. So it's really easy to engage, because it's just like, oh, this is amazing. So this is awesome that you're able to achieve this. And like all the hard work is seen. So again, just going and commenting on the post in your niche as well. So not just your followers, but also in your niche, wherever your niche might be. And again, she just says 10 minutes, spend 10 minutes doing that. And then I'm going to skip over this one right here, but then stories, make sure you don't forget stories, especially Instagram stories are a lot bigger than on Facebook, but I have been noticing that Facebook stories are picking up. There's more features in what you can do on Instagram, but that's starting to come over to Facebook for sure. So on Instagram, you can do stories. Let me see if my story is I'll pull up my story in a second, but you can do a survey or a story, whatever. So try to do one every day, just to engage your audience a little bit more. And you can get some good data and research from that as well. Okay, so the other thing is that you should be spending every day on going into the hashtags and finding keywords for your business. So you kind of need to spend a little time in that, even on Facebook, because again, that's how on social media we really search for things, is through the hashtag, especially Instagram, because they don't really have a search feature. So, but that's how you can find like things. So whether that's Arizona, whether that's small business help, whatever that would be, Arizona education. So, but you really need to engage in those hashtags. So actually going to the hashtag. So let's see what she has here. Social media for small business. So going into the hashtag, let's see what it takes us to. Oops, something went wrong. Absolutely nothing. But anyways, my point is going into that hashtag and then engaging in the content in there. And it shouldn't be a lot of your time, but you're also looking for keywords, because the keywords change from week to week. So these bigger, and so one thing you need to keep in mind is these content creators, these really big marketing businesses and firms, they're using so many other apps. They're using apps to create their content. They're using analytical tools that are telling them the precise time to post and all this stuff. Facebook and Instagram is getting better and have some of those tools in for us. So, and then they also have like automatic chat responses and stuff. So like Michelle, if you put a keyword into her post, like social, she'll automatically, like, something will be sent to your messages. So they're paying for all these other apps and tools and stuff that's helping them to push up in the algorithm and get more engagement and content. So you have to remember, like, that's not you. One, it's expensive. Two, your business, that's not your goal, right? Eventually you can get to that once your business grows to such a growth. You have to also remember that all of these content creators have a team. It's not just that person doing it. They have a team of 4 or 5 or even more people that are helping them with the reels, helping them with the content, helping them with the analytics, helping them with all of that. So you've got to really keep that in mind and not compare yourself to them. And just remember, it's just me. That's it. That's the only person there is. And you're just going to do the best you can. That's why, again, if social media is important to you for marketing and advertising, you need to put time into your daily schedule. Just treat it like it's a tutoring session or it's a consultation with a client. Like, you need to spend time every day putting that down and having some sort of schedule. And again, there's lots of free apps out there. I have just a Google Doc because I'm low tech, that I list all my ideas and like kind of plan out my week of what I'm going to post on social media. And I also try to make, like, Mondays are talking about our events, Tuesdays are talking about parent stuff, Wednesdays talking about, the network and the website and what we have to offer, and then Thursday's business stuff, and then Friday's kind of like I have some repetitive posts I put on. So create some sort of schedule like that too. That will help focus you, because again, we can get in the rabbit hole and we can feel really overwhelmed. So creating a schedule is super essential. But I really like her idea of doing social media in an hour. For Facebook, what you need to add in there is spending time in the groups. So you need to make sure that you're in the groups and you're engaging in them. So for here in education, our biggest one is for the ESA program. It's this networking one because there's 13,000 people in it. So remember, when you're in the feed, there's 3 different views for the feed. Okay, there's new posts, newest activity, and most relevant. So determine what your goal is. So for me, I do the new post because I'm looking for people to help, right? Because I connect them to services. I connect them to, well, for Smart Cactus, I'm trying to help families who need a tutor, right? So I like to do the new post to make sure I'm helping those new families, okay? The other thing where I'm in here in a group is you can go to the search feature. You can see your group activity. Once a week, you can give your post a bump, okay? A bump or a boost, whatever you want to call it. And that really helps a lot. That's going to give, so any like and comment gives a post, any post, more life, meaning it's going to go, like you saw, there was 3 views. So it'd be newest activity. So go back on the top of the feed for the newest activity. And then more people are going to see again. Now, most people are going to see your post when you first post, okay, 100%. But more people will see it, especially if they liked or comment on it. They'll get a notification saying, so-and-so liked or commented on your post that you are following. When you like or comment a post, you're following it. Okay, so what you want to do is you just want to go and like your post and then make a little comment here. Still has availability to help learners. And then this is called a bump or a boost, whatever you want to call it. And then that puts it at the top of the feed on the page for newest activity. Most relevant is determined by algorithm. Facebook determines that, lots of hypotheses on what that is. So again, one of the things you want to schedule is to go back into some of these groups that you're active in. Like, this is for me as an educator, this is my biggest group. So once a week I go in and do my bumps or my boosts on my post. So that way they go back up and more people will see them. It's another way for them to see the content. Now, if I have a lot of posts that week, I don't want to do like more than 5 because that's just overwhelming. I might want to break it up. So I try to do a few, just depending on how many I have. All right. So again, that was through the search. You cannot do this on your phone, on Facebook, because like I said, Facebook and the computer, you can do different things and see different things. Same with Instagram. So this has to be done on the computer, going and seeing your previous activity. Okay. And then also just making sure that you know in the comments, that one doesn't have any comments. Let's find a post that has comments. Okay. So in the comments, it has 14 comments. So you always have to make sure you push more comments, and you'll see that this comments also has a designated view. So you got to make sure you switch it to all comments, most recent or top. Obviously you want all comments. Comments are gold in this post. So it's not just going and seeing what the post is saying, but it's also looking at like posts that are relevant to your business and reading all the comments and seeing, because again, sometimes people are just venting and like saying, oh, this is so frustrating. And so you might be able to comment in the comments with them and engage and be like, oh, here's a tip that I know to help you. So I really like what Michelle is saying about the time that you spend on social media in regards to engaging with people, because I really think that is a huge way that you market and you advertise your business, by creating relationships in these groups. So Instagram is fantastic for that, in order to create those relationships and naturally get that engagement. So again, I always get the most engagement when I go to my groups and I actually engage with people. Imagine that. And that is still advertising and marketing. That's still social media. And that's and again, you're becoming in these groups, right? You're becoming the expert. You're becoming someone knowledgeable. So they're going to see you again and again and again, and they're going to build that trust with you. And then they're more likely to follow you and everything. Another way that you want to build. So as you can see on my page, I have 304 followers, which is pretty good for a small business, one woman operation. I now have more tutors and contractors, but it's pretty good, 300 followers. So what you want to do is always check your notifications. And when somebody, I have messages, when somebody likes your post, you want to make sure you invite them. So let me see if I can find a post that someone liked. So Becky liked a comment that I did. And so you're going to click on that, and then it will be right here. If you're not following and whatever, you'll say invite. So that's one way that you can build so she's following me, Becky's following me. If she wasn't, there'd be a button here that said invite. So you want to invite anyone that likes your comments, like your page, anything, a post, you want to go and invite them. That grows your following base and really helps you to grow your page. So again, what I mean by, okay, so these four people liked my page. So I go and, so this one was not, this is my mother-in-law. She's not following me, but I invited her. Everyone else is following me. I'll have a little chat with her later. So this is good. So that means that these people are really, my base of my 300 followers that's really engaging in the content, and they're here to actually see what I have for tutoring and sensory bins. So again, always make sure on the notifications that you go and make sure all the people liking your comment and your page are following. That really, really helps you to grow that following base. Okay, I'm giving them that invitation. All right, one little thing that makes a big difference. Okay, so you're using the Meta Business Suite already for the planner, so we won't go into that. The only thing I wanted to say is, so again, for social media, use a planner because they want you to be consistent. The more consistent you are, the more they're going to put out their posts, okay? So that's really important to make sure that you are indeed consistent on that. So I wanted to go into mine because I did a little bit of an experiment last month, and I posted every day for the whole month, just a post or a reel. And I just wanted to see like what the national engagement was. So let's see, here's my planner. And the nice thing is too, with the planner, like I spent one night to do it. It took 3-4 hours, not kidding. But I had my whole month planned out. It was awesome. And then I was not like having to worry about posting or anything again, stressing about creating content. It was all created. And so you can kind of see, it also shows you when you do your stories and stuff too on Instagram and Facebook. But you can see I just had everything posted. So every day I had something posted, whether it was a reel, whether it was And my content for this is either sensory bins or tutoring. So I varied it every other one. And some of it was just to get some engagement out there and just get some educational material out there. So the other thing that we really want to talk about is your insight. So again, I'm in the Meta Business Suite, and this is the planner button. And now I'm going to go to the insight button. Insights is super important because that's telling you what content is the best content. You have to listen to your followers, okay? They're telling you what they want to see. So you always want to try to, strive for everything to be green. That means you're improving. They really focus on reach and engagement and then followers. So again, you can say this also on Facebook, on the app on your phone. It just looks different. Okay, so I'm going to finish here with the analytics. We're going to talk about analytics and we're done, and then I'll open it up for questions. So for the content, this is where you go for the content, and you're going to see what is people liking, what are they engaging to, what's having the biggest reach. You have to look at your analytics because that's going to tell you what you should be posting. So it looks like a lot of people were really liking my sensory bin content. I got a lot of reaches, a lot of reactions, a lot of likes on the various and it'll tell me if it's Facebook and Instagram. So that's super helpful. I can see both platforms on one page. And so like they really like this one that I did the reel about my sensory bins for my subscription. So that means I need to produce more. And again, on Instagram, I only have like 70 followers. So the fact that I got 44 counts is pretty good. Like that's half of my followers. So it's pretty good. And then 2 shares. So I definitely want to be making more content that's similar to that. So you have to be looking, and this is about one of my tutoring opportunities I have for learners. So again, this is what everyone's really wanting to see this content. So I really need to be making more posts about this. Again, I did this one about sensory bins, and obviously it got a lot of engagement for my very small account, right? Again, my numbers are very low because I'm only posting once a day. I'm engaging, when I can, because I'm very busy. I'm doing my tutoring. I have my other job as well. And so I'm trying to keep that presence, trying to keep that engagement. So this is very high for the amount of time that I'm spending on social media for my tutoring business. So again, I would want to repeat this because I got a lot of natural engagement, right? And I think we talked about that. We want that organic engagement. So this tells me right here, I'm going to go to this post, I'm going to see what it was, and I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to put more content about this particular sensory bin because everyone really liked it. Again, this was like a huge one. Everyone really wants to tutor in those areas. So again, be looking at your analytics is the point, and repeat the content that people are engaging with. Facebook is giving you this tool. You don't have to pay for another app. You don't have to pay a marketing person to find the data. The data is right here, what people want to see from you. And if you're not getting high engagement, then you need to be retweaking your posts, retweaking your content, and just keep getting it out there until you start seeing some engagement, and then repeat it. And that's how, again, your goals are to get a big reach for new followers, but then also nurture your current followers. So it's a little combo of both, right? Some posts are going to do nurturing, some posts are going to be reaching. If you have a reel that's 5 to 7 seconds, that's more reaching new clients. If you have a reel that's 20 to 30 seconds or longer, that's definitely nurturing, because only your followers who are really here for your content are going to be watching that, not people who don't know your business yet. So all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.